Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to RC Insiders. Got something cool to show you guys today. I have always wanted a bottle jack, and this is the VEVOR 20 ton or 44,000 pound air actuated hydraulic jack. Guys, basically what that means is this is a hydraulic jack. You can use air compressor for air assist. Also, the VEVOR jack comes with a manual handle. Pretty simple, guys. Just put it in there, spin it to lock it, and if you're ever anywhere you need the bottle jack, you don't have air to assist, you can operate the jack manually with this handle. A couple things, guys, I want to go over real quick before we start and see what this thing does. When you get this, it's going to have this funky fitting on it here. It is not a quick disconnect. Most of you guys, if you have an air compressor deal with air tools, you're going to have your standard quick disconnect 1/4 inch NPT fitting on the end of your tool. So this comes with this fitting. So basically what you're going to need, you're going to need a 14mm wrench to start with. You're just going to want to take that fitting off of there. And this is what you're going to need to put on there, guys. It's a NPT fitting, 1/4 inch. It's your standard quick disconnect. You can get it in these little starter kits, or you can just buy one separately. They're like $1 individually. You can get a whole kit, you know, with some extra stuff in it for a few bucks. At, you know, generally Harbor Freight, any of your stores are going to have it. But that's basically what it is. 1/4 inch NPT quick disconnect. Put you a little thread tape on it, guys, and it's just going to fit right in there. And like I said, that is a 14mm or whatever size that you have. You get a different size, but the important thing is NPT 1/4 inch quick disconnect, and that's just going to thread right in there. I'm not sure exactly why that fitting comes on, but it is not going to work on your air compressor. So just a heads up, when you're out picking up your jack or ordering your jack from the link in the description from Amazon, pick you up an NPT 1/4 inch quick disconnect fitting. Pretty simple. A couple things that you're going to want to do. First of all, guys, just like all your RC stuff or anything you buy, really, go over the manual, because there's a couple things that you're going to want to do before you operate this, and it will affect the operation of it. So on the back side of your jack, this is your oil fill plug. So basically this is your hydraulic cylinder, this is your base. These got these big springs on here to help the jack come back down when you release it. But this is the oil fill plug. You're going to want to take that out, and then what you're going to do is you're going to use your manual pump right here, and you're going to pump that about 8 times, and that's going to release any air that's in the system, basically like bleeding your brakes or something, right? And you're just, if you look in there, you probably can't see it, but your oil level needs to be just below that hole, which this one is. So after you do that, just replace that plug, get it in there tight, guys. Okay, this right here is your release, guys. This little knob right here, and on the end of your jack handle, that's your little tool that you're going to use. So when you're ready to jack, what you're going to do is you're going to tighten that. Mostly, guys, if you used the bottle jack before, you guys know all this stuff, but it's important, because if you don't tighten that up, it ain't gonna jack up, and then you're gonna be like, oh no, it's broke. But that's basically what you're gonna do, is get that tightened up, and then you're all ready to jack, guys. So another recommendation, it is in the manual too, but you're gonna want to do this with all your air tools, guys. Air tool oil, especially on the first run. I know I got a lot of air tools and I get lazy and I forget to do this, and I'm like, hey, why ain't my impact wrench working, or air ratchet, why ain't it working? Well, it's probably been a couple years since I put air tool oil in it, right? So let's go ahead, guys, add a few drops air tool oil right into the end of your air intake, air fitting right there. Don't be afraid, no matter how much you put in there, it's only good for the jack, right? Once you get that filled up, now that we have our 1/4 inch MPT quick disconnect fitting installed, we can go ahead and hook this jack up to air. And hopefully you don't hear any leaks. If you do hear any leaks, guys, just go through and tighten it up. Maybe you forgot to put thread seal tape on your fitting. Just go ahead and figure out why it's leaking. So we're all hooked up there. Guys, a couple features about it. This is a 44,000-pound bottle jack, right? So we're going to use it around here for, you know, we got a heavy Jeep, we got some work vans, some work trucks that we can lift. This could be easily used on semi trucks, tractors. If you're in the construction trades, you can obviously know the benefits of a hydraulic jack, right? You can lift some massive weight with it. It's very strong. Like I said, this one's 20 tons. So we're going to lift up the old Jeep in here, give it a demonstration. But another cool feature with it, guys, is you got this screw here right on the top. And what this will do, this will give you an extra 3.5 inches of lift. So you can screw that up to, you know, whatever height you want. It's also going to make it easier. So say you stick it right there and, you know, you don't want to try to jack all the way up to there. You screw that screw out, get it right up tight to whatever you're lifting. Saves a lot of time. So that will come out all the way like that, give you your extra 3.5 inches of lift. So basically that air tool oil, guys, it's going to go through with that first squirt and it's going to lubricate all your seals. So just like all your tools, guys, hydraulic jack, it needs its tender love and care too, right? A couple things, guys, as with any jack, once you have anything jacked up, you're going to want to use jack stands. You never want to depend on your jack to be your primary source of safety, right? Your jack's job is to get whatever you're lifting off the floor, and then you're going to want to support it with, like I said, jack stands or, you know, whatever. Just support your load. Don't ever depend on any kind of jack. You know, when your life's on the line, get some jack stands. This is not intended to suspend a load. Its job is to get it off the floor, then you suspend, you brace the load. All right, so all that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just check this thing out, go through its operation, make sure everything's working. Like I said, these springs are designed so when you release your jack, it's going to help. If you've ever worked with a bottle jack before, without these springs pulling it back down, it's very difficult to get that hydraulic piston to go back down. So here we go. All right, we're all hooked up. This is the operation of an air bottle jack. There you can see it going up. Guys, the reason hydraulic jack goes up slow like that is because its design is to lift massive amounts of weight. If you've never used a bottle jack before, you're going to think that it's going up slow, but it's designed that way on purpose to come up in short stages to push heavy loads. And then, like I said, you got the extra 3.5 inches of lift there. So you get quite a bit of lift out of this bottle jack. Oh guys, if you hear that noise coming on in the background, that is the new air compressor that I got this year from Cobalt. It's called the Quiet Tech, and I literally turn that thing on sometimes, guys, because it's so quiet. Like our old air compressor would like rattle the walls and the windows and stuff. Tools be falling off the wall. It's a great air compressor, the Cobalt Quiet Tech. that's full capacity there, guys. What I like to do when I got a new toy, or a new tool, I mean, my first use, obviously, I want to look around. I'm checking for leaks, guys. I'm listening for any type of leak that could be happening anywhere. Any air leaks, any of the hydraulic oil coming out anywhere. Fortunately, I'm seeing nothing happen here. So everything is good here. So what I'll do, guys, is it's a new hydraulic jack, so I'll take a few minutes. I'll get it all the way up, and what I want to see is the piston coming down by itself. Is it leaking anywhere? You know, you want it to hold. Obviously, it's not meant to permanently hold things in the air, but you don't want it lifting up and then instantly going back down. So you got these heavy springs on here trying to pull it down right now. So what I'm gonna do is we'll cut out here for a second. I'll let it sit here for about 5 minutes, and then I'll check and see if it's gone back down at all. All right, we'll see you in just a second. All right, guys, we gave it about 10 minutes. It didn't drop at all. So thumbs up on the jack. Let's go ahead, and like I said, guys, this is your release right here. So on the end of your manual handle, this is basically a little tool. So we're gonna release it and see what happens. See those big heavy springs pulling that back in? It sounds like a siren. So that works just as it's supposed to work. So that'll pull that all the way back down. So like I said, guys, with a normal bottle jack, you're standing on it. You can never get that piston to go back down in there. So those big heavy strings will pull it right back in. Get your jack screwed back in, and then you're off to the next job. Guys, we're gonna jack up the Jeep, and I can only assume that it's gonna have no problems with that. We'll wrap this up. I'm gonna say that it worked great. A couple things that you do need to know when you first get it. Remember to open up that oil plug, guys. Jack your manual handle up 6-8 times. Make sure that you bleed all the air, compressed air that's out of there. And also while you're in there, ensure that your oil level is just below that little plug right there. It does come with your manual jack handle. The most important thing that I think that you need to remember is it's going to come with this oddball fitting in your air handle. You're going to have to get a 1/4 inch NPT quick disconnect fitting. Tape it up with some thread tape. Fits right in there, no leaks. Guys, if you haven't checked out VEVOR before, I hadn't heard of them before this bottle jack, but they make all kinds of basically heavy duty tools. They're known for making high quality stuff, so go ahead and check them out, VEVOR. Obviously, I'll leave you a link directly to this jack in the description so you can check it out. As far as the jack goes, guys, it's a new toy for us. I'm always happy about getting new stuff, new toys, tools and RC stuff, right? That's all our favorite stuff. So 2 thumbs up on the VEVOR 20-ton hydraulic air actuated jack. Alright, guys, check it out, and until next time, happy bashing.